Imagine in a world where every smartphone, every medical device, and every tiny sensor we use doesn't end up polluting landfills for centuries. Today, electronic waste, also called e-waste, is one of the fastest growing types of waste globally. In fact, we generate over 50 million tons of e-waste every year, and only a small fraction of it is properly recycled. Most of it ends up harming our environment, leaking toxic materials into the soil, water, and even the food we eat. Add to that energy intensive and resource heavy production processes for electronics, and it's clear our current way of making and disposing of electronics is not sustainable. This growing crisis demands a new approach, one that combines smartphone technology with sustainability. That's where biodegradable electronics comes in. These are specially designed devices that can perform their tasks temporarily, and after their job is done, they naturally decompose, leaving behind no harmful traces. In this presentation that I present, we'll explore how biodegradable electronics work, the chemistry behind them, their potential applications, and how they could lead us toward a cleaner, greener, and technological future. Namaste. Good day! Today, I'll be presenting a topic that merges innovation, sustainability, and chemistry. Biodegradable electronics. I am Kenneth Ayose, and I am excited to walk you through how transient electronics could shape the future of tech with minimal impact on the planet. So, here's our learning point. Here's what we'll cover: a quick intro, its importance in computer engineering, how these devices work, where they're being used, the chemistry behind them, the challenges, current innovations, and finally, the potential they hold for a greener future. So, what are biodegradable electronics? Biodegradable electronics, also called transient electronics, are designed to do their job and then vanishes, just like magic. But it's all science. Once their purpose is fulfilled, they degrade safely into the environment. In a world drowning in e-waste, this is a game changer for us. Its relevance to CPE. So why should we in CPE care? First, there's a hardware design. Imagine building circuits that disappears when no longer needed. Then there is these embedded systems and IoTs, biodegradable sensors that monitor crops or health data then dissolve. And finally, data security. Devices that literally self-destruct after use. Pretty much James Bond, right? The chemistry behind the scenes, of course, chemistry does the heavy lifting. These electronics are made of materials like PLA, a plastic from cornstarch, or also known as polyandrides. Silk proteins and even metal like magnesium and zinc, all chosen because they naturally break down after a while. So the breakdown mechanism here is that they decompose to three main routes: hydrolysis, where water breaks down polymers, and oxidation, where air reacts with metals, and of course, enzymatic activity, where microbes lend a hand. You can check out the video included here. It dives deeper into the processes if you're curious. But in the video, it explains how these breakdowns occur under different conditions. You can also watch it if you like after the presentation. So, the application. Let's talk real world uses. In medicines, we have temporary implants like sensors or drugs that delivery devices that disappears, sparing patients from second surgeries. Environmental monitoring also benefits. Imagine sensors that collect data then biodegrade in soil without polluting it. They're also used in temporary electronics. Think battlefield devices, musical festival wristbands, or short-term data trackers. In one video I included, it shows how research groups are tackling traditional electronics or manufacturing problems through creative eco-friendly materials. In the video here, as you can see, it explains how printing circuits using plant-based ink could solve many current issues. Feel free to check it out for later. So, in the recent advancement, here's the fun part. Scientists are experimenting with edible supercapacitors. Yes, edible, made from seaweed, gelatin, and charcoal. Others are creating silk-based flexible electronics, and DARPA is backing projects for electronics that vanish for national security. The future is kind of amazing. So, chemistry in action. This slide shows how PLA, a common biodegradable plastic, breaks down into lactic acids through hydrolysis. This process is safe and environmental friendly, just one of the ways chemistry supports sustainable designs. So the impacts here is huge. Less e-waste, safer materials, and better alignment with global sustainability goals. It's a step forwards for us, not just in engineering, but in how we think about technology's footprint. So, of course, everything has a challenge, and of course, there is limitation. Still, it's not all perfect. There are issues like the cost, the scaling production, the performance limitation, and let's be honest, making something that works well and disappear isn't easy. Research is still catching up. So, in conclusion, to conclude all this, biodegradable electronics are revolutionizing how we interact with tech. Chemistry powers the innovation, and as CBE students, we're in a unique position to design greener hardwares, smarter sensors, and even secure systems that, as I said, literally disappears when they're done. So, here is the research page. Here are some resources I use. Feel free to dive deeper if you're curious about the chemistry, the innovation, or the real world trials. And that is all. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation sparks some ideas about how our field can evolve to be both high-tech and environmental responsible.